Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back at long last to Morbs in the Bus.
Oh god.
It's morbid.
It should be Morbs in the ES. I fucked it up. I messed it up. It should be Morbs in the ES.
You
I
done
can't
fuck up.
believe you did this.
Stop. Close the stream and start back over. We gotta go again.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Actually, no, we won't. I'm pretty sure Morbius is dead.
You think there's production value in this stream? Come on now, what the fuck's that shit?
I love that.
You can't just say that, Zell.
I love that the internet gaslit a big Hollywood studio into releasing a failed movie twice.
They literally could have spent that money on us, and it would have been money better spent.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine the jokes we could make if we had, something promoting us? Sony, if you're looking for someone to sponsor, give Zell a like, comment, and subscribe.
I will run a Morbius or Venom.
Dude. I'm down for. Okay, listen, okay?
We're stalling because we don't know what we're doing right now.
To humans, it's lethal. To bats, it's deadly.
Yes, this is an accurate description of my clocks.
I fucking it's such a stupid movie.
You fucking watched it?
No, I was about to say I'm so glad I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I have.
Oh god.
Rip.
I actually haven't. No. Like I was trying to think of a way to play that up next, but
yeah,
no.
I don't think it's possible.
But we are off topic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Blades in the Dark after a massive hiatus due to our abduction of our local clown / shark man by Floridians.
Yes.
That's true. That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. They kidnapped him and they attempted to feed him gumbo.
He almost became Florida Man.
He almost became Florida Man.
He almost became Guy Fieri. He went
Hello,
down to
guys.
Flavortown.
Let's forget all this cult nonsense and let's just make some good old food. Am I right?
Can we make the cult of Flavortown?
Let's go find ourselves some diners, drive-ins.
That one nearly killed me.
I would say this after stream. I don't want to get too off topic again.
Yeah, no. So yes, no. I am your host, Warwick Zero, with copious amounts of dairy products here in front of me because I haven't had dinner yet and I am very hungry. With me tonight are our entire normal cast and crew. Introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
Hello. Does I, your local fuck up, Xanax, I am the most. I don't know. I make characters. I am locally
Who are you playing this evening? It's been 2 weeks. I feel like it might be a good
need an
idea
introduction.
Yeah.
So I used to be Rayford, who was part of the Harrowed Council.
I forgot.
But right now I'm playing as Mr. Jim Graham Docker, who is a grinder, extorting his own players in his own party to give him money so he'll leave them alone.
I mean, wouldn't you though?
I mean,
wouldn't
you gotta pay my debt somehow.
How about a local albino go next?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How about a local albino go next?
Oh, haha, that's a good joke. Hello, everyone. I'm Ketzial. I play myself as Ketzial in this series.
Which is not about that show.
What? I've been reliably informed this is actually not about Ketzial, but I still play myself in this series. I am our local whisperer, devoted servant of the Red Mother, and just all-around cool guy. I don't lack empathy. I just have trouble sometimes and commit atrocities. But I have a heart of gold, I promise.
He promises.
A heart of gold. They took from a poor man and left it on his desk.
Yeah, it's not my heart, but I do have it.
Mako?
Hi. My name is Simo. And you can find me on twitch.tv/Simo with 2 underscores after it because I think I made fucking 15 Twitch accounts. Please Twitch, don't sue me. And today I'm shilling myself. I'm sorry, Zal. I think people should subscribe to your channel though using those Amazon Prime subs that they get for free every month when they have an Amazon Prime subscription. That's amazing.
Just chill Zal's channel next time you do one of your streams and we'll be good.
There we go. And I am playing Mako, a shark man.
It's like a 70 on through the and then something of the evening, I assume.
I mean, I can explain more. Mako is, you know, he's all about them deals. He's always trying to con people. And recently, most recently, Mako decided that the best con would be to get a ghost, which is in Blades in the Dark, is a pained spirit of nature begging to be put out of its misery. He conned it into staying alive so that they could become friends and they can use it. It's supernatural, terrific abilities to their own ends.
And I am playing the other baneful spirit of misery, but also somewhat pleasure, Songbird/Viper. A former working girl who bonded with a strange inky symbiotic entity and basically has a very vicious mean streak alternate personality when she not needs to because she can't control it anymore, unlike season 1 here. But yes, let us get on with payoff.
Let us do that. We did not do that properly at the end of the previous session. For those of you who are following our VODs, you can watch the end of previous session on YouTube at Zalkry on YouTube. But to go over payout, I'm sorry?
Nothing, let's do payout.
So the payoff. Did I at least tell you how much coin?
Yeah.
I don't. You did? Okay.
No, he did not. He did not tell us the coin.
Oh,
I know because I stole it.
I'm going to say 6 coin.
Yeah.
No, 8 coin.
Ooh!
Let's be generous this time around. You said, because as I believe I remember, you broke into the vault. There was money in along with the papers. Excuse me.
I hurt him until he gave me what I wanted.
All right. You and Ketchel need to hang out.
I don't think he likes me.
He doesn't like anybody.
Dude, I started I started a bar fight just to cover you, man. What do you mean I don't like you?
I think you did that because you're trying to... I don't know what your character motivation is.
I'm helping, damn it!
X.
It worked!
It did.
Yeah.
It allowed me to break in with no one bursting in.
Yeah, and it went flawlessly without any hitches. So, you and me, we gotta meet up here. But first and foremost, so we get 8 coin.
Yep, marked. Ooh. And what's next?
Next, the heat. This was wild, devastating exposure.
I mean, there was no witnesses.
There was several witnesses.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was. All the patrons.
There was no
in the
important
bar.
witnesses.
Unfortunately, we did not kill everyone present, so there were many witnesses.
True.
So, 6 feet to begin with. He was not a high-profile or well-connected target. I'm going to say that. He has connections, but it was not, or I should say, he had connections in the past tense, but he's not like high-profile. However, the situation did happen on hostile turf. This was a Billhook's area. And there was indeed killing involved.
Okay.
Yay, we did it.
That's 9 heat.
Oh no.
Full wanted level.
No.
How do we lower this?
Those are rookie numbers.
They require you have to send someone to jail.
I sent someone to jail. Damn.
Those are bad numbers.
All right, Cattail, you're going to jail. Sorry, bud.
No.
Rafer will do great. He knows the jail.
What if we send Jim Grimm to jail?
That would be the perfect
That's-
conclusion to his story to get
solves a lot-
Rayford back.
Doesn't that solve a lot of our problems?
Including the problem named Jim Grimm.
And like, I mean, we're like, hey, your guy went to jail. Like, we got the money. Give us
What?
Rayford back. Like, we need a guy. Give us our guy back. We
Honestly-
want our guy.
Honestly, I think they will allow that. They're like, look, you got our money, so we get our boats. We're good.
Well, we can
Seems fine to me.
we can take care of that in downtime then.
Oh,
Free.
God.
Maybe we'll just throw him under the bus and just be like, yeah, well, nice knowing you.
Oh, we gotta collect the monies first.
Here's your entanglement.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
slap my mouse.
And what's the rep that we got?
Right, the rep. I forgot about the rep part.
How much more money do we need for the grinders?
1 rep per tier higher, and 2 by default. What is the bill hooks over you guys right now?
Pretty positive.
I think that's 3 rep, if I'm remembering correctly.
Bill hooks are tier 2, so we have
Oh,
one
we
tier
get it
on
right
them.
now.
Wait, so what now?
They're tier 2, we're tier 1, so there's a 1 tier
Yeah.
difference.
So yeah, that is 3 rep then.
It's all tallied up.
It's all resolved. The entanglement was rivals or unquiet dead.
Oh, imagine that making sense.
Yeah, I feel like we've already dealt with that now.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, the end of the score did kind of give us the complication and resolve it together, which is the whole Armageddon countdown.
Yeah, I don't even. I'm feeling like this is resolved already, but I'll think on that. So,
Wait, so we just need 7 more coin, and then we can fill the war treasury?
I think so.
Oh, we owe them 15?
Yeah, we owe them a lot.
What did you
Hey,
do?
technically, y'all can send Jim Graham to prison right now if you want to get rid of him.
And we get but can we try and get? But I feel like here's the thing, right? I'm trying to think logically, right? Like we're trying to like deal with this whole grinder situation, and I mean like, hey, your guy got sent to jail, like that they can't put that on us, right?
Not really. I mean,
Not
how
easily.
Not easily, exactly. We're just like, look, he was a fucking crazy dude.
he killed a man?
And then we all get 1 coin as well, individually.
Oh, where'd that come from?
Really?
Vice
Hang on.
Oh, right. Yes.
By then, we have no heat, so there's nothing that we can reduce during downtime action, so I just rolled it now.
We'll get a big old shiny car.
Yeah.
Big old corn.
Business is going steady for Clyra. In fact, with Grey Lou's gambling den kind of having gone under temporarily, there's a slight influx
It's now spooky.
Sage's Rest.
Sounds good.
I would classify it as haunted.
All right, who wants to take a downtime first?
Take your time, gentlemen. Take your downtime.
Oh, he said the thing.
I am hilarious, and you will quote everything I say.
I will.
He is hilarious, and we will quote everything he says.
You people are fantastic.
Going, bro.
As are you, dear audience. So, who is first?
Knows I will go first if everyone's downtime blocked.
I mean, I'm just gonna indulge Vice. That's the only thing I was gonna do.
I don't have anything super interesting. Why don't you go ahead, Zal?
All right, I'm gonna keep studying for the ritual.
All right.
One. And
so, what does this look like, and why doesn't it go so well?
'Cause it's Viper.
Of course.
A fair point.
She pretty much is her own explanation for studying. She's impatient. She's reckless. She's not really doing it. But I'm just gonna spend I guess technically the coin just to get rid of the finish there, because there was only two ticks left, and that was one because it was a 2 result, and the coin makes it the rest. So it takes a little bit longer. She spends probably a little more working around to try to figure it out, but she's still Viper and still just can't get over her own hurdles. But I think eventually somehow consults maybe some booklet or something, some tome left behind from Dominic's that she never really paid attention to a whole lot, and actually starts to look through it, and then it starts to fall in place more of how the actual ritual would make sense. It's she almost has to try to figure out herself to make it work for what she's trying to do. So she gets that studied, and we never got an official okay on whether you wanted to go with what I made or not, because that was a few sessions. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the nature of the ritual, correct?
Now it's in Discord somewhere.
If you can't find it, actually, hold up. I might have written it down here.
Put it into the character once I find it, but I know I put it into Discord. There's so many memes from certain someone.
They're all beautiful, Zal. You cannot deny that.
You are welcome.
The beams.
The memes. While you're looking for that, I need to step away for a quick minute.
But someone else.
What he doesn't know, audience, is that we're actually counting down 1 minute, and if he's late, we will make him pay after session.
We will destroy one clock of our choosing.
We're starting the clock now.
Yes. It already has 2 ticks.
All right, it has 60 ticks, and every second we add 1 tick to the clock if it fills. Yeah.
Found
Any
it.
road.
I found it.
While that's happening, I'll go ahead and Oof. You're fine. You're fine.
The show must go on.
Yeah, just while you're doing that in the background, I'm going to commit my plan, or I'm going to continue planning on how to free Dame Stranford from her father's clutches. Because I really should attend to that subplot at some point.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not a priority for the council, but like I probably should make it one. Now that we've got, stuff.
Around, are you ever perhaps like around town? Anything at any point?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so
I'm probably snooping as usual, I would imagine. Kind of looking around and seeing what I can find. Yeah, that would make sense.
So as you are like meandering, we'll call it one day, a small girl runs up to you with a letter outstretched towards you. Message for you, sir.
Katsuo probably just like holds out his the one and only.
I'll remember you. You actually do recognize her as well. This is Cypher Mizzy.
This is what now?
This is one of the ciphers. Her name is Mizzy.
Oh, yeah.
It hasn't come up ever, but you all are, if I'm not mistaken, on amicable terms with the ciphers.
Probably. Let me just go check that real fast.
Hopefully.
I'm pretending to know what you're talking about. I don't remember how to find that, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll go with that. Here we go. Here's the factions. The ciphers. Yes, we are on amicable terms with them.
Yes.
Confirmed.
He's out there waiting for you to take the letter.
I take it very genteelly. And I immediately and very uncarefully. I just open it very normally to see what's inside.
It is less a letter and more a note written on very carefully folded paper. It asks, it's not signed, it's not addressed. You maybe might recognize the handwriting, I'm not sure. But it very simply is a question. Where is my pale knight?
I'm standing right here. Ketzel kind of like answers aloud before realizing that that's not the point of it.
Sorry, sir.
Ketzel kind of thinks for this a moment, and then he sort of like, I want to do something here, but I don't know if it's in character. You know what? It's in character. Ketzel like looks around. What's up?
I just imagine Ketsuo going, yes. Like in front of this little girl.
The note here is made out of note.
So it is, governor.
He crumples up the note and eats it so that it can't fall into the wrong hands. I then... What do I have on me that's useful? Nothing. See, I would normally like... Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Can I pay her 1 stash as a token of goodwill?
Yes, you may.
All right. I give her a small trinket of some kind. Like a figurine that can probably be sold for a coin or half a coin or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm paying her for the letter. And I kind of just like very quietly answer her back. I need you to pass on a message back for me. The pale knight rides a red horse, and the hour draws near.
Do I have to say it like that? Pale knight rides a red horse.
I love this.
Word for word, dear sister.
All right, sir. Look. She looks a little thing. Is your coin? She turns and wanders off. Wanders, like, walks off. Like, you hear her practicing as she goes.
She's getting it wrong. She's like, the pale horse has a red... No, wait, that's not it.
Red Knight rides a pale horse.
The red white rides a horse pale. Fuck!
There's a
You
red...
try to mimic your tone and your voice and everything.
Perfect.
Love
This is ideal. Catsiel is very happy. So yeah, then I just keep walking.
Yep. That's
to go figure out how I would like to. Last time I did this, I studied their location. I want to follow one of their carriages to see what. Oh yeah, I want to follow one of their carriages from the estate to wherever it goes and back. See if I can exploit any weaknesses. Determining the pattern of like how we should infiltrate and commit this exactly. That's what I'm going to do. I think this would be a hunt roll.
I'm inclined to agree, yes.
All right. Let's see. I'm allowed to push for an extra die on these, aren't I?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Just a fortune roll, I assume?
No. I'm gonna make this one risky.
Okay. Standard. Well, standard one hopes.
Yeah, it is. It is risky standard.
Okay. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Yes.
So, beginning from their manor house, and the manor house is in Char Hollow, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Yeah.
Sure. I know Dustfall and its locations.
That's actually more a question for Zal. I know he had a lot of previous characters where the Strangfords were a big thing.
Fuck 'em up.
I know, right? So it's more like, hey, help jog my memory, boyo. But it is not necessary. I'm fairly certain. It is in Char Hollow. So beginning from there, it's kind of that's not Char Hollow. Following it around, you note that the most. I'm sorry.
I didn't say anything.
1 second.
There.
My thing, I can't read on the white.
As soon as he's back, we can continue. Does anyone else have anything else in the meanwhile?
Can I just indulge vice just as a fill the time?
Yeah.
Actually,
Hold up.
because Mako also needs to indulge his vice. He's had a
I see what you're doing.
very stressful day. And we have Jib Grimdocker with us, right?
You do.
All right.
I'm counting the coin and be like, the boss is gonna be happy about this one.
And as you're counting the coin, Mako is gonna come up behind you, like where you're sitting, and then like slowly move his hands, like so that you don't even notice them until they're like wrapped around both your shoulders. And he's gonna lean in right next to like one of your sides and be like, "Oi, mate, you seem a little stressed."
Oh god. Can I roll skirmish just like to stand up and wear him as a backpack? Because he has his hands wrapped around my neck, right?
How big? No, it's like your shoulders.
Your shoulders.
Like.
All right, my apologies. I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We'll explain this afterwards.
We'll continue this.
Hold that thought. Yes. So, as you track them, basically what happens is the carriage most commonly takes a route through the lower part of Charter Hall, and then up through the center to Brightstone. largely to visit other noble houses, pay calls to them, and whatnot. Lord Ballinger Strangford tends to travel alone mostly, you saw, but it is on occasion his daughter is with him. Normally, though, when that happens, it is going to not a visitor, but rather some affairs in Charter Hall.
I see.
Visiting of magistrates or local judges. During one of your pursuits, however, you are noticed.
Naturally.
The carriage, how the carriage travels is Strangford and anyone, any family with him inside the carriage, but on the sides of it and on the back as well, cling bodyguards. Essentially, they keep an eye out on the street and whatnot, making sure no one's trying to jump the carriage or derail it or anything like that. And one spots you, and after like a word you can't hear to his fellows, he dismounts the carriage and begins to make his way over to you. You! The pale one.
Okay. I pretend to ignore him.
Don't you look away from me. I'm talking to you.
I continue to ignore him.
He gets up on you, like grabs your shoulder and spins you around. Don't you taff and ignore me, you pale bastard.
I give the best confused expression I can and then like point to my ear like several times in succession. And then I like in a really like awkward voice go, I can't hear.
Can't hear. He can't hear. All right. He thinks for a moment before he starts very deliberately mouthing words and making a gesture as well. First, go along with what he's saying. I've seen you watching the carriage yesterday and before. If you keep doing it, I'm gonna hurt you. Got it?
I kind of bob my head up and down. Yes, carrots on sale. Herc for 2. I hold up like 2 coin carrot.
Oh, inky hell, what do I gotta...
I love this guy.
You better have understood what I said. I'm not gonna repeat it. If I see you doing this again, he like makes a he's punching, I'm gonna grind your hand with my fist type thing, before turning and jogging off to back the direction the carriage was going.
Cool.
What might?
The complication from this is essentially going to be one of the guards is going to be on high alert for you.
Neat. Alright, well, I don't really have stress enough to resist that, so that's gonna be like it is.
How do it be?
So what's the progress on a 4 for one of these slots? Is it 1 tick or 2?
A 2 in this case, since it's standard.
Nifty. I suppose I will frag off, and that will be enough. Mission success.
Indeed. So we cut back to Mako giving Jim a shoulder massage. It is easy.
Yes, we do.
Yes, further, yeah, so you asked how tall is Jim Graham? He's 6'6". He's a Scotlander. He's a giant.
That's really tall. Yeah, but yeah, I go, mate, you seem a little stressed, as I kind of like have my hands firmly planted on his shoulders and I'm leaned over to like the side of his head.
Yeah, mate, I am stressed. If you didn't see, I got shot.
So, yeah, hard to fix up one of those wound like that. I've had a few myself. You went in on my secret of why I'm still standing.
What you getting at, mate?
I'm saying, how about you and me go for a little walk downtown?
You gone daft? I'm like looking back over you over my shoulder. It's like, I don't know what you getting at there, mate. I don't like all this secrecy going on.
Nah. I mean, it's not anything that I suppose you'll need to keep secret. Here I was thinking we could trust each other. But I guess if you want to stay, blasted out of your mind with a wound that's gonna drive you to madness, be my guest. Don't gotta come with me, but can't guarantee what'll happen if you don't.
Oi, all right. I'll humor you, you little twat, but I got me eye on you. That point is my bad eye, which is like pure black.
Scary. Now come on. I'm gonna like take my hands off him, start heading towards my my little hidden dock abandoned warehouse that I brought Rayford to previously.
Yes. And then the chum. Graham's just gonna look at this like, it's like,
yeah. So he's gonna open up, and we're gonna be in this like walk to this abandoned area. He's gonna open it up. It's a bit darker now. You can't really see what exactly is in it.
Oh, you can't see what it is.
Yeah, no, it's a bit too dark. But when Mako opens the door, he just kind of starts walking in and like motions for Jim to like follow him. It's like, come on now, ain't scared of a little dark, are you?
Ain't the darkness I'm scared of. And I fall behind you, like leaning under the door. You're gonna try to kill it.
Come
Okay.
on now, you knew when you got in the game that you'd be dealing with some sharks. So you get into the darkness, and it's like pitch black. Like he can like barely see like his hand in front of his face, but at some point, Mako kind of leads him over to a table with some chairs on. Again, it's all like it's too dark for Jim to kind of see what's going on, and Mako will like pull, like sort of bring him over to one of the chairs and pull it out for me, like, Go ahead, have a seat. I'll get the lights on in a moment. There's also and then he like kind of motions for Jim to sit down.
Jim like sits down. He's just like, he sits there for a minute. He's talking to you. He's like, the boss never told me about no coat. They just told me I gotta help some little guppies, not no sharks.
No sharks. Well then. At this point, Mako kind of slams like he kind of moves something that sounds pretty heavy to like sit on the table in front of Jim. Again, it's too dark for you to actually see anything. And he goes, "Well then, if we're just little tiny guppies, you can oblige and share a meal with one, can't you?"
Would I recognize the smell? Because like
very...
most grinders are sailors, aren't they? Or they were in the refinery?
No,
plant?
that would be Billhooks, I think, that were mostly sailors.
Yes, most grinders are workers for the Leviathan Blood refineries in Luxembourg.
Yeah, this ain't Leviathan Blood.
Oh, well, that's how I care. I thought Leviathans were at sea.
They were, but this isn't. That's that good shit.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he was a... Yeah, I haven't read this description in a while. He's a Leviathan hunter. He was at sea. Yeah, I wrote down, after a week of being at sea, he got slapped in the face with a Leviathan's tail.
Ah.
So that's why his face is so fucked up. Oh. But would I recognize the smell of this? Is it chum or is it something different?
It's basically chum. It's various stuffs of like raw like fish guts and stuff.
Like I stick my hand into it and I hold it up. It's like, did you realize you could cook this, mate? Back when I was at sea, we had to eat this when we had nothing else, and we made do. And I just put it in my mouth.
Well then, mate. Seems we're two peas in a pod then. And at this point, Mako has sat down on the other side of the table, and when he says that, he strikes a match and holds it and lights like a small like little candle wick that he has sitting on the table, and like from the light that is now in the room, you can see that Mako's mouth has like fucking split down the sides of his face. And the bucket that's sitting, there's the bucket that's sitting in front of you that you like kind of started chewing in, and then there's the bucket that's sitting in front of Mako, and he just kind of picks it up and holds it over his head as it just kind of lets it like flow down as he kind of like almost unhinges his jaw to be open enough to just kind of intake all this meat. Yeah.
Jim kind of watches this and he just sits there for a minute and waits for you to finish. And as soon as you're done, he's just like, "Blimey, and I thought I was the ugly bastard here."
I don't know what you're talking about, Jim. I'm damn near beautiful.
Oh my fucking god. It's just a
And
weird...
so then and then after a couple seconds, his mouth kind of like recedes back into like a normal human-looking one. Human.
Yes, indeed.
Hmm.
So fucking strange. It's like, hey man, watch me eat chum. Oh my god, it's like a weird back alley drug deal.
Yeah.
But you don't get drugs at the end of it.
So we both get the roll for indulging in vice, and we get to adjust the dice outcome plus or minus 1 or 2.
Plus or minus 1 or 2.
Yeah, so you can resolve 6 stress off of that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll have 1 left after that.
So I take the lowest result. I also have Ghost Rend as a harm that gives me -1 dice. Do I also do that for Indulge Vice rolls?
Can I see that one?
What?
Oh, there's a harm.
Yeah, I have a
No.
harm that gives me -1 dice. Does that also mean dice Indulge Vice rolls?
I'm gonna say no because that's technically a resistance roll, not an action roll.
Okay, so I'll take rid of 5 stress and go down from 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go down to 3 stress. And then my next just to cover mine quickly because there won't be. I don't think there will be any RP, but I'm just going to do a healing roll.
Okay. Well, here's a question first. To recover, you gotta go somewhere. Who do you go to?
Dr. Phil.
I go to Dr. Phil so he can send me to the ranch.
But who do you know?
I don't know. I guess I go to Riven, who's a chemist.
Very nice.
Because I don't need a doctor, man. Okay. I need the good shit.
The opioids.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard it's a pandemic of it.
What can you tell me about Riven?
Riven is a chemist. I've known them for a good bit. I mostly know Riven from I don't know where I know Riven from. Guys, give me something. What do I know Riven from?
When you gotta do the drug deal and you need the drugs, you talk
Yeah,
to
like
Riven.
I don't know him too well. I have him. He's a friend. I've known him for a little bit, but it's mostly been a lot of incidental stuff. Obviously, being a cult guy, I've occasionally had to dip into the illicit substances, and he helps a lot with that. He's a lot more focused on the more medicinal side of things. Like my man will tell you about some sick edibles that he just put together. But he knows how to make the good shit when he has to.
Okay, both of you were witness to the king of illicit substances being defeated in an alley by a ghost, and you permanently bonded over the traumatizing experience.
Yo, that's sick.
The king of drugs is dead? What the fuck?
Have you ever seen Predator 2?
Oh, Gary Busey?
That's the scene I'm talking about.
Oh, then no, I have not. I've only seen the scene where Gary Busey gets cut in half, and his legs drop, and his torso doesn't, and there's no blood.
Nope, that's not the one.
That's not the scene? Okay, that's the only scene in Predator 2 I know of.
Gotcha. But anyway, yeah, so that's how you know.
Now you know. Didn't he give you the drugs when we attacked the insane asylum?
We could bring that back. Yeah.
Where is Riven from? Is he Akarosi? Skovlander?
Oh, Skovlander.
Riven is he's from Akaros. He's a street kid. He grew up around here.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Something's going wrong.
He's from Akarosi. He's a street rat. Grew up in the school of hard knocks.
I heard it's a hard school to get into.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry once again. I didn't hear that.
He's an Akarosi. He grew up on the streets. He's a street kid. He graduated from the school of hard knocks. That's how he, and that's how he's a chemist.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So you know him, but he's not a close friend of you.
Yeah, we're not pals. We're not rivals. We do deals sometimes. You know?
I mean, when you're a drug dealer, you have weird friends. Oh, yeah. Ow. Yes. Oh.
Apologies there. Okay. So, I'm gonna have to ask you to repeat that, though.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Riven is he's an Akarosi.
No, the part after that.
We're just pal. We're just pal. We don't know each other super well, but occasionally I need to do some business. Sometimes that business involves hard shit, hard drugs, and he's my guy for that.
Okay. So he's not your close friend. So when you go to visit him, he's likely going to want something in return for this. What is it you offer to him?
I will offer him. How many extra cultists do we have?
Giving him cultists?
He needs test subjects. He's an entrepreneur. He's more of an artist than a scientist. So, he needs people to test his most recent work on.
I mean, we do have drug addicts in our... Oh.
Okay, shit. Okay, how about this? I'll be like, listen, I need you to hook me up with some stuff so I can get over this this damage I'm feeling. And in exchange, I will set you up between our guys, between some of our substance inclined members of my outfit.
Yeah, he's cool with that. He agrees to these terms fairly reasonably. And he gives you some stuff that he says, "No, this will put you under for a little bit, but it'll bring you right out feeling a little bit better. Might take a few doses. There's enough there for 2.
Oh, mate, I just need to get through this shit, so I'll take it. And so I'll take it and I'll do my recovery roll, which I rolled and I got a 1 on.
Did you?
Nice.
I'm not seeing the roll on my end yet. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
there.
that means I should be able to redo it, right?
Yes.
I'll make a second recovery roll.
I apologize. No, it's there. So
Damn
yeah,
it.
that is a 1. The drugs don't help very much. And in fact,
Come on!
while you're under, you have a vision.
Ooh, a vision?
A vision.
Who's there? Happy times.
The shark appears before you. At first, it's in the air of the room you're in, swimming around almost through the walls, but every time it passes through a wall, the wall itself vanishes, giving way to the darkness of the depths below. Look in its eye betrays concern, maybe even fear. And for a brief moment, you think you see a long, bright red gash along its body. Like a streak of color that has never been there before.
Oh boy.
It speaks to you.
Uh-huh.
It says that it is growing worried. It is fearful for its power. It wants to survive. That is its purpose. That is the aura purpose. It needs its power back. It needs back what was taken from it by the drowned savior.
Oh fuck. Guys, I think I'm about to start I think I'm about to start a jihad on
gets
the
right
cult
up
of the
in your
drowned.
face as it mentions the drowned savior.
That's dangerous to do alone. Take Ketzial.
And it hisses at you. Kill it. The vision kind of goes on to peter out. It becomes a bit more psychedelic and esoteric for a bit. Still focusing around this underwater scene, even though the shark has faded away from view. Well, finally, things go dark. You pass out and wake back up, not feeling that refreshed.
Ah, fuck. Do I not get any points on my progress clock?
No, you get one. You get one.
Okay, thank God.
It's not that refreshed. That's
yeah, I'm just fine. Okay.
Yeah. Feeding into that.
Yikes. Well, I think I have to start a war.
Potentially. So, who wants to go? Actually, while I let you think of who's going to go next, I will be right back.
Jesus, man. I'm imagining Zhao has to go. Circle back to Zhao. Have you figured out the whatever your ritual was?
Well, those are my 2 downtime actions, so.
I have one to do, and I'm gonna talk to grinders.
Why?
So prepare to listen to me talk shit about my own players in the room.
Right.
This is the weirdest character I've ever played because I'm clearly against the party, but I'm forced to be in it. I wanted to get experimental with Jim Grim.
Sounds
Hopefully
legit.
no one holds us against me.
Well, you can do yours if you want. I have one left too.
I have one left. Whichever one if you want to go first, that's fine. I mean, I know mine's gonna be RP focused because I'm just doing a long-term project.
All right. We'll see where mine goes, and you'll probably get plenty of time after.
Yeah, because I'm planning a score. That's what my conversation's gonna be about. It's like, oh, you boys know any good scores?
How dare you? How dare?
What? We need the money.
Anyways.
The money.
Mark.
He has not returned.
God damn it.
To the Badlands. He has gone to the Badlands.
Yes, they asked the guy for 2 hours of his time, and you can't even get that sometimes.
I know, right? Heresy. Can't get help. Can't get good help these days. There we go. I'm not repeating that.
Yeah.
Was that a Batman the Animated Series reference right there?
I'm gonna say yes to make you happy.
What a punch in my nostalgia.
I'm happy. What do you mean? That's nostalgic.
Punch in my nostalgia.
Does this mean I get money now because you guys feel nostalgic? I mean, that's how Hollywood works right now.
No.
Damn it.
I'm gonna start a clock.
Are you saying that Hollywood's method is failing right now?
Yes.
Their what?
Their method of like milking off nostalgia is failing.
Saying that there's a method implies that there's any thought behind it. That's a good one.
I mean, it is LA.
This stream is sponsored by Hollywood.
Hollywood. We will join your elitist cult. I mean, thoughtful organization of like-minded individuals.
They kind of are a cult, aren't they? Huh. Damn, that's what we should have done for our cult. We actually did weird stuff. We should have just done a fucking movie company.
Oh my god.
It was so simple. Bizarre. It was right there, and we didn't harness the perfectly good idea.
Season 3, the Harrowed Council makes movies. To be fair, most cults end up making music or movies, so we haven't gotten to that point yet.
Harrowed Productions?
Harrowed Productions. This is our front company.
Yeah, Harrowed Productions, and we'll start signing movie stars and putting out content.
Blackmail him, and then
yeah, deal with other stuff. I mean, then we can have like a rated R section that we can call up all the people from the Church of the Ecstasy of the Flesh because they're into that
extort
shit.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then he returns at the
yes.
So
at the best part.
Well, he can catch it up on the VOD. It'll be hilarious when he has to actually
On
see what
Twitch.
I might actually try to do that. I cannot guarantee, but
so what's So I'm gonna take my second downtime before Xanax takes the rest of the session.
I'll be fast.
So part of the ritual, to get it moving and i.e. towards completion is I need a how did I phrase it to myself? A person afflicted by ghostly magic. So I need to find, probably not obtain right now, but I need to find a person afflicted by a ghostly magic.
Okay. Shouldn't be that difficult in Duskwall. There's whispers all over the place.
We know a few.
Yes.
I mean, if I can just acquire asset and just kidnap someone, that'd be cool. But I'm not gonna.
That's an interesting thought there. Acquire an asset as a kidnapping.
That's illegal.
Should you make that a score?
That's too personal to be a whole score. Unless we can throw it into the next score. That's not that's not for the cult. This is just for Songbird Viper. So it's kind of not really fair.
That's a good point. Yeah, let's go with this B. So I'm thinking, yes, we can. We can use this as an acquired asset. However, it will be a desperate roll to get it done.
There are risks involved.
There are many risks involved with a excuse me, with the kidnapping of this magnitude.
All right. Desperate. Standard. Oh, I didn't roll my dissonance. Son of a. After two. Desperate standard, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll push myself.
That's okay. Not what I expected.
Never expect the 6.
No one ever expects mistakes, especially not from this crew. I'm going to be perfectly honest with all of
you. Yeah, we kind of we have some issues sometimes.
You do. It's like up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like one of those earthquake monitor things with you all.
Hell yeah. All right.
Well, because as you all know, if you walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm.
Yeah, but then you'll never learn.
So do you want anything in particular?
I love Dune.
Anything in particular for who this whisper is, or should I just narrate what the fuck happened?
Yeah, tell me. Just tell me. So, what was the first part of that?
I said, do you have anything special for this whisper?
No. Okay. Yeah. No, I got nothing. Go ahead in there. You do what you want here, man. You tell me.
All right. So Viper probably. Oh, maybe. What happened to that one woman who said she was the mistress in the college kids?
She is still with you. You've been holding on to her. She's in a coma.
She's in a coma?
And I forget what. Yeah, something happened. She was very much knocked out. This should have progressed a little further here, though.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't
If
going
you
to do that
want,
then.
we can say this rolls to get her out of it if that's what you're looking for.
No. I was trying to think of if I couldn't remember if she left or not. I was gonna maybe do something with that. So I guess we see probably in the not the under the not the sewers. Well, essentially the sewers. What's the proper term for it in this? Well, the underground. I think maybe it's just the sewers. Oh, there was a more
I'm sorry.
on the underground part of Duskfall. Where the sewers.
The catacombs.
Catacombs. So I imagine it's like
catacombs and sewers and all kinds of weirdness down there. Who knows how deep it goes?
So I imagine somewhere in the catacombs, probably in a nice end point to one of the paths, where maybe it doesn't reek quite as harshly, and the stone isn't quite as stained with sewer water. We see some small candles being set up and some chalk being drawn into forms of runes and sigils, and probably like a young teenager in black robes doing said task. They have probably a tattered book of runes passed to them from someone, and it's definitely a copy. Like, you maybe get a glimpse of some of the pages on the inside, and the inscriptions are not very complete, and they're some parts of it are faded, and it seems done rather harsh, or it was done rather quickly whenever it was inscribed. It was not done with any sense of care or time or measure. But this person uses the book. They set it down before them, and they kneel into this circle they've chalked out. And they start chanting incantations, mostly low level stuff, maybe like preempts to someone trying to learn how to control the weather, like tempests and such. And above them, in a opening of this end room that reaches up into the darkness to a slightly less shallow layer of the catacombs, is Viper clinging to the wall. And as this young person continues their process and they seem to start getting lost into a trance, that's when Viper delatches from the stone and plummets down onto the acolyte and eats them whole. You hear a muffled scream for a short moment before the sound of chomping and crunching and wet, bloody sounds fills the air around those parts of the catacombs before it fades to black.
That's horrifying.
It is. Well, I will let Xanax go, but I am going to turn 2 stash into a coin to do another downtime.
Absolutely. This
Which
will be the main ritual, I imagine.
For the ritual itself. So we'll do that after.
You have the full details of the ritual on your character sheet? Okay, let me have a look. Oh. I hate how the lines don't move with it. Xanax!
Ah.
It's you!
Oh, yes. It is, Wednesday, and every Wednesday, Jim Grimm plays cards with the boys. So, Wednesdays with the boys, yes. So, I want to hang out with my grinder buddies, and I just want to ask them some questions like, hey, you hit some good scores lately, any good hits?
Is this to gather information, or?
This is to gather information. I'm trying to make a long-term project to get a score that will fit the crew, aka I want to get in so much trouble Jim Grimm has to go to prison.
Okay. Let me look at my notes here real fast.
I'm doing an Icarus. I'm flying too high to the sun. Icarus!
Not seeing anything useful in my notes right away. So, let me. Hmm. So, where are you going to play cards, anyways? Is this back in the warehouse, or have you gone to a different district?
Probably the warehouse. Just where all the boys are hanging out.
It's kind of-
The grinders are usually in the docks, right?
Normally, yes. Yeah, no, I think it's just the dumps. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I could be wrong. There might be some in Char Hall since there is a heavy Scotland presence there. But normally speaking, yeah, the docks.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out in the warehouse because I don't think people will allow us in bars. Boy, too ugly. But this is ugly bars gyms. It's like, yeah, but you're too ugly to me.
Yeah. Yes. So there's say 4 guys playing cards with you right now, and they're all kind of just talking back and forth amongst themselves, having a good chat at first, and just gonna talk about things that they've been doing recently. But as you kind of press them for a bit more conversation, they do start to a bit more chatty about it. Give me a gather information roll. I think this is going to be based on your consort, is what it looks like.
Oh no. I have anything I can start? Oh god, this is bad.
Well, okay, so it doesn't have to be. It could be based on something else, but it sounded like the way you set up this interaction that sort of was the role of choice.
I usually play persuasion characters, and my goal with Jim Grimm is play the complete opposite, so I put nothing in any of resolve.
Well, perhaps you're just studying what they're saying overall.
Also bad. Oh god. Characters meant for punching. You know what? If they're like, are they mad at me because I'm working with this cult right now? Like, cause it's kind of known in this warehouse that Jim Grimm got the short end of the stick, and he's like, all right, you got to help these weirdos.
Yeah, they are somewhat displeased with you. That can be said.
If I would imagine if they're displeased, they'd be like, you know what? Since you're so special that the boss puts you in charge of some strangers, we ain't telling you nothing. Is that one of their responses?
Basically, you're now with this other group, and they don't want to really talk with you that much. They're playing cards, but they're purposely excluding you from the conversation. And when they notice you're paying like adept attention to them, they become a bit more hush.
Perfect. Now I can roll command.
Okay.
I want to look at it. I'm like, oh, just because I'm with another group doesn't mean I'm not one of you guys. And I kind of get more upset. I'm looking around and just like, last time I saw you pissed the boss off last. So one of you damn bastards better give me some information so I can get back to my job. What's my position effect? I'm yelling at them now.
It's a gather information roll. This is. I'm gonna call this one fortune. This is
Fortune?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I push myself to get an extra dice?
Yes.
Yes. Boom. Yeah.
Damn solid. So.
A reputation of a Scotlander perceives me. Big, dumb, and angry.
So I'm the.
A lot of typing, holy shit.
Yes. So they are. Whoa. Oh, easy, man. Easy. Won't mean anything by it. Just. All right. All right. So, enough about what we've been up to there. Here's what we've been looking at happening maybe here in the near future. There's two big jobs on the horizon. The first one's coming from that Mr. Toad fella. You hear about him?
Have we heard that name's familiar?
Yes, Mr. Toad is a name that appeared on the letters that you got last time.
Oh, the urban legend.
No, that was the manga.
The manga.
There was the second thing here. So the letters, most of the letters were from the Billhooks, aside from the one that came from the Monger. However, as the letters go on, they kind of get dated closer and closer to the time of after Corin's death. They become more demanding about debts, fees, and all this sort of stuff. Eventually, one comes from a man named Mr. Toad, who is offering financial support. This was to Grey Lou. This offer was being made.
I kind of nod my head. I'm like, yeah. Do I have that letter on me, or is it?
You can if you want. Yes.
Yeah, I trust these. These are the boys. These are my boys.
Yeah.
I show them the letter. It's like, yeah. When I hit that something Lou's place, poor fella couldn't take it, head exploded. But yeah, he had this in his safe.
Like one of them takes the letter from you and reads it over. Yeah, that's Mr. Toad's handwriting, all right. This is about Grey Lou needing money, though. No. So what this job is? Well, this job is a bodyguard detail for a magistrate. Apparently, from what I've heard now, and I could be wrong, but there's some big shot wig from Charterhall who's got some kind of under the table business he needs to take care of in Dunslow. Who wants some muscle to accompany him on him? Underworld type, the type you can't be very well have your reputable blue coat guard doing for you.
Right.
The other, they kind of glance between themselves and whether the other is coming from an assassin. Goes by the name of Double V. You need apparently some muscle to help with the job. The details on that are a bit more scarce, but whatever it is, it's taking place in Coleridge. Pay is real nice, from what I hear. Though, it's not in actual money. It's apparently like some kind of artifact, I think. Or artifacts, maybe? Yeah. Not 100% sure on that. Something about what he like looks at his buddy, he's like stammering, he's like trying to think through what is he trying to say. What was this, Finn? What was it? I think it was it was some kind of father something. Father Santa, something like that. I don't know.
Grim kind of like, that makes no sense to me, you sons of bitches. You think I'm some daft bastard?
It's what we know. That last guy.
All right.
There's this Mr. Toad job, and then there's this Double V guy who needs some help with something. No, I do think, and I could be wrong on this, Double V's been running some problem with those vigilante types. Not the grey cloaks themselves, but the type of folk like them.
Oh, great! That's what we need more of. More little twats running around thinking they're blue coats still. I kind of like nudge one of them and This is what I imagine all the conversations when they play cards. Just shitting on blue coats and everyone who doesn't like them.
They all kind of groan and gnaw. There's a few jokes passed around. Hey, You know why the cloaks are blue?
Why are they
Because they're
blue?
blue, right?
But yeah, so Mr. Toad, is looking for muscle, or under table business and Dunsong and Coleridge. Oof.
Yeah, it's a long trek.
Oh.
It's kind of why these guys haven't already jumped on it.
I look around like, how do you know all this information for something so far away?
We've been listening. Mr. Toad's all over the city when he wants to be. Hops around from place to place. There's Double V guys apparently looking for folks from out of the district. Something about some vigilante or something like that. Oh, can't remember what his name was. No, does it have a name? Well, no.
Is it the Bonga? I don't know.
But Monk, urban legend.
Yeah. I show him that letter too.
What the?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for a vigilante type to think he's an urban legend. Trying to be a local boogeyman, I think.
Wait, the folks in this letter, aren't they the ones you're palling around with right now? To remind you the contents of the letter. It was a warning from the monger about the council's coming to meet with Grey Lou, and then also gave a quick rundown on each of the council members. Oh, hello? Okay. Sorry, I was worried my connection dropped for a moment there. I was having issues with that a bit earlier. Oh, no. Looks like we are having some kind of technical issues.
Am I back? Well?
Yes, welcome back. How much did you miss?
You said you're just about to go into what the letter was about.
Yeah, no. The letter, to remind you, was a letter from the monger warning about the council's coming to see Grey Lou, and then giving a rundown on each of the council members.
Does it give you a rundown of all the council members?
It does, yes. It gives like a description physically and kind of what their MO is. For example, it specifically mentioned that Sketchall was extraordinarily open to bloodshed and possibly would kill him if the chance arose. But the one that calls itself either Songbird or Viper appears to kind of flip flop between being very amicable, sociable, and negotiation friendly, and then just as bad as Ketchal.
Yeah, I kind of look up when they says like, "Is that the crew you're running with right now?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's those daffy punks I'm running with." Hey, Hoggers. Did you? I had to do all the heavy lifting when I was beating up on Grey Lou. I don't know what the rest were doing. They started a bar fight, but I was the one doing the heavy lifting here.
Yeah, that's what you get for trying to work with those cultist types. They're robed pen pushers and book readers, every last one of them. Don't face our veil of secrecy. We might have to show you what we wrote down in our journal.
Oh, don't get me started. It's a very strange bunch. Got a bunch of kids and ex-cons. I don't think those mix very well, but somehow they do. Bunch of college students, I don't understand.
Yeah, whatever they get their hands on. See, Officer Matt knew a lot of cults over in Scotland back in the day. Every last one of them either rose up for something or petered out immediately. And even those that did rise up to something broke apart as soon as their members started getting a bit uppity about their interpretation of the word.
Oh, is he talking about how Scotlanders here think it's a different interpretation of Scotland and Scotland?
No, he's talking about like differences in religious ideology between the group and how that's like every group he saw every cult he saw either died in its infancy or died when it began to fracture and balkanize within himself.
Gotcha. Well, I think I know. I'm gonna somehow spin a yarn to get these cultist types to help me out on one of these jobs. I think I'll try to figure out how to, what you call it, reconnaissance. That's what I'll do. Try to find the ones that's best their interest. But yeah, I got my information, and I got to hang out with the boys.
Okay.
Is Mr. Toad a literal toad?
I mean, wouldn't you want him to be, actually?
Probably not.
It's a frog? Oh my god.
Gross.
He is French.
Oh!
He is French, so frog is accurate.
Frog. Yes, I think that'll be the end of my information gathering. We still have 30 minutes left.
Maybe more or less too.
What the crew doing?
What the crew doing?
Anybody got any other downtimes left?
I spent all my downtimes. I don't have 3 anymore.
You don't have 3 any? Oh, because it was the other one that had that.
Yeah, Rafer has that. This guy is pure muscle man. He's gonna punch things.
Well,
we can. Are we gonna meet up, or we do have to discuss what school we want to go through?
I'll finish my extra downtime.
Oh.
The extra downtime.
Yeah. Which, if people want to, if anybody, like I put into the chat, if anybody wants to be a part of the dissonance role to create the base of the conflict, otherwise it can be, we'll just use a contact, and have Mork be the other half of it. But I think in the weeks between scores, dealing with our heat, the massive amount of heat that caused a whole new wanted level, and everyone's indulging vice and little personal businesses. Not too long into this sequence, and for the next couple weeks, Songbird appears to, Songbird / Viper, mostly still Viper at this moment, appears to have gotten pregnant. And she ends up having a belly. Ends up having a belly that grows quite rapidly into full form, full like.
Oh Jesus!
Like 8 months bulging belly, but only in like a couple weeks.
Well, that's concerning.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to, have a scene before we resolve that, it's up to you. But that's something that the crew would see, and the followers and stuff would too, in the rail car setup that we have, like the rail car like islands we've established for our headquarters or our lair.
So Ketziel just gets back from de-stressing, and then
is immediately trauma's out.
All right, I'm taking 2 traumas and killing myself. It's been a good run, gentlemen.
Damn.
Okay. I think I'm just something, unfortunately. I'm looking away.
So before any other set, anybody bring anything up with her about it, or is it just kind of like, yeah, okay? I mean, that's
Jim Graham
trained, but normal Viper.
Jim Graham, since he's been an outsider for so long, he kind of looks up at you. He's just like, "What in the hell happened?"
What? What do you mean? He looks around confused.
You're a bit, I would say this without you getting mad. You're a bit fat. It's just the only way he could describe it, because he has no idea what's going on.
Excuse me, fat? Me? Do I look... Oh, you mean this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call this fat. This is new life.
He looks very confused. He's just like, I'm not this new. I don't think this is possible.
You know how women work, Grim?
I agree. They're a very mysterious bunch.
Oh, that is what we'd like you to think. So I don't mind that you're ignorant, but you must surely understand what this is. Hey, do you want to feel it?
Oh, I think I'm good.
You can see her belly is just like,
oh Jesus!
like there's like little bulges that happen periodically, but it's like sometimes there'll be like 6 or 8 that will happen simultaneously as her belly kind of like pokes and shifts and moves around a lot.
You know, I don't think I've ever regretted joining a cult until this very moment.
Oh, I regretted it the day I came here.
I thought you considered this more of a business opportunity, Mako.
I am severely second guessing what business this is exactly.
This was a business?
What do you mean? What's wrong? Sit down here and chat with me. She like taps. She sits down at a couch and pats the seat next to her.
I need to go attend to things.
Oh, Mako, don't be like that.
Okay.
From nearby, Ketchel like walks like 10 feet away and goes, Mako, that thing that we needed to talk about over here.
What are you talking about, Ketzel?
He like nods like really pointedly away.
Anyways, you good? So, but like,
Oh God.
we don't have to worry about like a ghost erupting or splattering your brains everywhere or anything, do we? This is like a...
No, that's more your thing. There will be something erupting, but not a ghost.
I viscerally dislike this conversation.
Okay.
This is, I think this is, we can all agree this is uncomfortable.
I don't know why. You're acting so strange over this.
Is that so now? Can't think of any reasons.
No, of course not. Who doesn't want a little bit more of the mistress around in the cult?
Tetsuo raises his hand in the distance.
I? Ketchel, you got something to say, buddy?
No, I was answering the question.
Oh.
We even bonded over drink, Ketzel, and now you're afraid of a little bit of another form of me.
Negative. I fear nothing.
Oh, good. So there isn't a
Speak for
problem.
yourself there, buddy. I'm very concerned.
Why? What could possibly go wrong?
Is that rhetorical, or did you want a list?
I feel like that question only gets asked moments before things go horrifically, terribly wrong.
Tetsuo kind of like pulls open his coat and like indicates the giant spirit bottle he's still got just being carried around here that is containing that really horrifying thing that existed at the from the college.
I'm just like, there are contingencies. Calm yourself, Mako. Even should the worst come to pass, the Red Mother provides.
No, you're sure?
Protect her own.
So our answer to Hellspawn is to just throw more Hellspawn at. Oh, but yeah, no.
It's getting rather interesting how many monsters you're collecting in your pocket, Ketzel.
I would like to do my experience now.
Oh.
I think this is a good. That might be a good line.
Well, let me finish the horrific scene. So she'll wander off after everyone's grossed out and suitably nervous, and it goes over to the. Do we officially have a ritual sanctum in our crew? No, of course not.
Lost my
What
voice.
is that a cult? No, we do a ritual sanctum in Lair. It is in our upgrades. Perfect. All right, so she goes over to that train car or rail car.
I don't think we've ever described this room yet. Do we have a? Do we want to get into that now, or want to talk about that a bit more overall?
It probably varies a little bit depending on who sets up in it. Because I think Catziel uses it mostly, so it's more of his den than anything.
A lot of blood.
Yes, a lot of blood.
I believe that.
It's actually just red paint, but whatever.
Well, if you tell everyone it's blood, they don't know the difference. So
yeah,
There's a reading corner.
Yeah,
it's actually ketchup to ward off of vampires.
Yeah, so it's probably got like a lot of red blood. There's probably trinkets and things hanging from the ceiling for, like not dream catchers, but essentially the equivalent of them. Most thing, an array of that, but again, mostly Catskill stuff, so mostly Red Mother stuff. But today, instead, now it has a not a bed, like a bunk or like maybe like a cot at most. Otherwise, just like a long like pedestal. And Lucretia Saul is there, the girl from the insane asylum who thinks she's dead.
Yes.
Or not alive. He's been hanging around with the crew for a bit, being dead.
Yeah.
But Viper brings her over to this. And Dominix is also probably there to help facilitate. And Viper presses her face and brushes her claws through Lucretia's hair, asks if she's ready. And then it probably cuts away to a bit of the distance to the like council meeting room or whatever, and we hear this like cracking sound of something like breaking open. It's like it's wet and mucusy and vicious. And then we hear a woman scream. dissipates after a few moments. Camera goes back over to the scene. Viper now looks pretty normal. Exhausted, though. Actually, she might even be Songbird. Let's do the attunement, because I have to do that as part of the ritual and see how much stress she takes.
Yes.
None. Okay, cool.
Not bad.
Still Viper. But she's now back to normal. She's back to being slender and not bulging with life at the belly. And instead, there is another where Lucretia is now a black and red woman shape with I think I was only going to go with 7 tails behind her. Ear, the animalistic ears pointed up, a long snout face. I have the biopic up for the stream.
Okay.
And she sits up and she says, "My host may think I'm dead, but I certainly don't feel dead, and I think there's a lot of fun to be had." And then the session can end there.
Okay. Interesting.
That was a lot to come out of nowhere.
Yeah. She probably would have had to do a score pregnant if I didn't do the ritual just all at once. And
Yeah.
That would have been kind of funny. Imagine doing a score
That's
with that.
that's something for other players here. Well, not here actually.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Cult first?
Yep. Let's go with golf first.
Events the agenda of your deity or embody its precepts and actions.
I was like, yeah, if you're making demon spawn.
And what's wrong with 2 vipers?
I mean,
Anybody else embody their deity?
Jim Grim doesn't believe in any of this.
Not particularly on my side, no.
Didn't Miko with any of his shark stuff?
Made me eat chum.
I mean, yeah, I did make somebody who wasn't in the cult eat some chum. So
that could probably work. And then what challenges of your current station? And those challenges?
Not this session. We didn't really beat the shit out of someone to give us a 1 at level.
True.
I was hanging out with Double D and the boys.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Any cunning or business-like stuff?
I don't know, just the grinders being like, nah, we don't want to talk to Jim Grimm. He's a fucking traitor. Count as business-like. I kept my reputation. That's not a part of this cult, but I kept it.
You think it counts? Express their goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. Well, we easily grossed out everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a
I
little
turned
bit.
down the god of disgusting filth. This would have been like every session if I picked the gross god. That was my second choice.
The one.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Vaguely. I remember it.
I want it to be Nurgle.
Well, we got 4 XP, I think. Yeah.
XP. That's a good number.
All right, who wants to do personal first?
Yeah, I'll grab it real quick because it didn't go through a whole ton.
Oh.
Let's see. No desperate actions challenged with knowledge or arcane power. Definitely no arcane power this time here. I guess I would say I'll take 1 point on the knowledge point, since that's how I approached my plan to free Dame Strangford. Expression of beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Yeah, I'll take 1 for that last little bit there. Struggled with issues from vice or trauma. I don't really feel like there's any struggles yet, but if this is anything to go off of, there might be some next time. So I am all set and good to go.
Mako?
Address channels of calculation or conspiracy. I don't think I really. You know what? I think I expressed my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think that kind of wrangling Jim in, getting him to buy in a little bit and eat some of our food. I think that is, a thing. I think that's kind of like my beliefs drives heritage or background. I'm kind of manipulating people into doing what I want, or to buy into that. So I am gonna take a point for that, and then I am going to take a point for
The Chinese chicken.
I'm trying to figure out, I guess my wound isn't really struggling with an issue from a vice or trauma.
Yeah, wouldn't be the case.
You know
for
what?
Sure.
I addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy. I bought Riven in. I traded him stuff out to address the fact that I have a ghost wound. Right?
Yeah, that's fair, I think.
And you're plotting to get rid of Grim for the wanted level.
Exactly. Wait, I'm planning to get rid of Grim?
Aren't you?
I am. I am trying to get him to go to jail, so I can take that. I'll take that. So with that,
you're planning to get rid of Grim. I planning to get rid of Grim.
I get a playbook advancement. And what I'm going to take with that is weaving the web. I gain +1 dice to consort when I gather information on a target for a score, and then I get +1 dice to the engagement roll for that operation.
Where'd you pull this one from?
This is just in the spider abilities.
And
really?
Blades.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't looked at spider in a long time.
I have 5 of the 8 standard spider abilities already.
I remember most of them. I don't think actually. You know what? It's because no one ever played spider.
It's true.
I think he's just trying to take away Ketzel's desperate position scores. I don't know what he's doing. This is like true conflict.
I'll find a way.
We're gonna. That's the trick is we're gonna get the desperate position scores, but we're gonna have extra dice on the engagement, so we're rigging it in our favor.
Even more desperate.
We need more desperate actions.
All right, Grim.
Oh, wrong mouse. I'm gonna take 1 for expressing my background with Mako. Mako. Talk about how I was a sailor. And then heritage. I was talking about being a Scotlander with the boys. I pretty much hit every single one of these. Once they didn't give me information, I dried myself to force them to tell me. And my beliefs of like, I don't like being in a cult.
Hmm.
How many do I get from the boys' conversation alone?
That's one instance of that, I think.
That's one instance of that. Damn, I was hoping to get. I'm so close to a playbook advancement, and then I'll make a special one. Ugh. Traumas during this session. No, I don't have a trauma yet. I have a plan on how he traumas out, which is gonna be fun.
Always is.
Stealth and evasion. I was very stealthy. I was very loud and bombastic this session.
It's true, actually.
Yes. I want to be primarily sneaky, but also can kick someone's ass. We'll see. That is it. I did not advance much. Getting closer.
I think it's everyone, then?
Zalgo?
There's a challenge with audacity or cunning. Yes. Especially your beliefs drives heritage or background. Yes.
Yes. By creeping everyone out.
In and out of character.
Yeah.
But no vice or conflict, because we haven't done we'll try to do the dissonance thing next week. How that's going to play out now that the new character's there, but I got player advance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll figure that out throughout the week. And that's it.
Okay.
Okay. That is... Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for viewing us little stream tonight. As always, we have the VODs for the thing up on YouTube. This next one here, this one from this tonight, should be available a
Week from now, right?
Maybe 2 from the now. Hard to say.
Be sure to use those Amazon Prime subs for twitch.tv/Zalkery.
Yes. Be sure
YouTube.com/Zalkery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and we hope to see you all next time, I suppose. I'm afraid I don't have much more to say tonight. Bye-bye, everyone.